Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us on Encore's music show coming up. "13 days, 9,288 kilometres, 105 stations and one mission to compose an album while crossing Russia aboard the Trans-Siberian train." French electronic producer and saxophone player Thylacine, aka William Reze, laid down notes along the lines of the world's oldest railway. He joins us in the studio to talk about continuing the journey on the World Trans-Siberian Tour. Thylacine, thank you for joining us. Now, you've unleashed your spirit animal, the Tasmanian tiger, on your debut album. From Moscow to the Pacific, you rode the entire length of the Trans-Siberian Railway. It had been a dream of yours for some time. Now, one of the more surreal moments along this journey involved a shaman and a goat.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. We've met this shaman, it was around the Baikal Lake. And we heard about him before, so we went to this little village, and I have the chance to meet them, and we talked about what he's doing, what his life, and so he brought us to rituals he was doing around the Baikal Lake for villagers, for people living there.
In fact, it was a ritual sacrifice.
Yeah, actually they killed the goat. They boiled the goat and we ate that goat. It was a bit crazy, but yeah.
And what was the point of this? It was to help
yeah, it was a big ceremony
about abundance and fish.
To have more fish in the lake. It's a bit strange to understand the whole meaning of that, but yeah, they made also big firewoods and
a strange drink too, a strange concoction.
Yeah, it was it's called shaman's alcohol, and it's like fermented milk, so it tastes like vodka mixed with old cheese. It's a bit disgusting, but
sounds terrible.
Yeah, it is terrible, to be honest, but yeah, and we dropped some of that alcohol in the lake and sing some songs to have more fish. And yeah, that was it.
An amazing experience, and you actually used the shamanic chants on a track on the record. We're going to take a look now at a clip for Shaman, directed by Morgan Prelure and choreographed by Leo Hatshireka. A visual representation of not just the track Shaman, but also your journey, your trip as a whole. Tell us, how did you turn your carriage into a portable recording studio?
Actually, I like to compose when I'm traveling. It's the goal of this project, you know, to find inspiration elsewhere, you know, just not just staying in a studio without seeing the sound. And so, yeah, I had this little equipment, just a laptop, keyboard controllers and little machines, and a lot of microphones to record the voices, the sound of the train, and everything with that. It's perfect for me. With the view of the train, it's just the best environment for me to compose music.
And you were able to get on and off and meet people and collect sounds and stories to build the atmosphere of this album. That
was really an important part of the trip. You know, it's about meeting some different peoples with different cultures and talk with them, record them when I could record them, and then go back to the train and work on tracks and work on music with that material. It's amazing to work like that.
And it's funny when you say tracks, not just the tracks, but also literally the train tracks.
Yeah.
You've got inspiration from them, the rhythm. You discovered that rhythm is in fact everywhere, even in the sound of a train moving along the tracks. We're going to have a listen to a song inspired by that now. This is Train. wilder rhythms really came to the fore for you during a special set at the Quai Branly Museum a few months ago. Tell us, how were you able to travel the world without even leaving Paris?
Yeah, that was a really nice experience, though the Quai Branly allowed me to work on all the sound recording they have. They have a big library, and so yeah, I took them, I chose some of the best interesting moments in those musics, and I mixed that with my music, and we made that show, and it was really nice to work with them like that.
And Tanzania,
Tanzania,
South
Inuits also. Yeah, it was about, you know, taking some stuff from everywhere around the world and to bring that into one unique performance.
Now, the Trans-Siberian journey is not over yet. It's continuing. You're on a world tour.
All over, yeah.
You've got a date coming up here in Paris at the Olympia on April 29th. Do you find that you go back to the railways every time you play those songs?
Yeah, sure. And I have all the images around me, so yeah, it helps me going also in the journey, also in live. And I hope I'm bringing the people around me also in this journey.
Well, that brings us to our music news of the week now. We're going to be starting with Kendrick Lamar's much anticipated follow-up to the Grammy-winning record To Pimp a Butterfly. The American rapper's fourth album, Damn, is out to near universal acclaim. It's loaded with genre-busting collaborations. U2, Rihanna, The Alchemist and Soundwave leave their mark. Lamar doesn't hold back, tackling American politics, religion and the media. Thylacine, you mentioned earlier that you think that French hip-hop doesn't really stand up to American hip-hop.
Yeah, sure. I'm really looking forward that one day we will have that kind of hip-hop. It's really nice, you know, Kendrick Lamar. It's perfect for me, so I hope we will have that in France soon.
Let's take a look at one from the album. This is Humble.
Right stroke, put a baby in a spiral. Soprano C, we like to keep it on the high note. It's levels to it, you and I know. Bitch, be humble. Hold up, bitch. Sit down. Be humble. Hold up, bitch. Sit down. Be humble. Bitch, sit down. Be humble. Sit down. Be humble. Sit down. Be humble. Sit down. Be humble. Bitch, sit down. Be humble.
Kendrick Lamar performed Humble and other songs of Damn for the first time ever, closing out weekend one of the Coachella Valley Music and Arts Festival in the Californian desert city of Indio. French rap duo PNL had to pull the plug on their gig after one member of the duo, Tariq, who goes by the stage name of Adamo, was denied a visa. The high notes, Lady Gaga stole the show, stepping in last minute for Beyoncé. It wasn't as smooth a run for Radiohead. The band walked off stage twice due to sound problems they blamed on aliens. Here they are during one of their finer moments.
Who's in the bunker? Who's in the bunker? I've seen too much. You haven't seen enough. You haven't seen I laugh until my head comes off. Women and children first, children first, children.
So now,
everything over the time. Everything over the time. The ice age is coming, ice age is coming. Let me hear both sides, let me hear both sides.
a year on from Prince's death, the Purple One's Paisley Park mansion in Minneapolis is taking center stage. The in-house studio complex is being turned into a showground by the same crew managing Elvis's Graceland. Celebration 2017 will honor the life and legacy of Prince in a series of concerts, panels and tours by those who knew him best. It's running until April 23rd. Thylacine, you mentioned to me that you really admire Prince's showmanship. You yourself are quite a showman, and actually visual elements play a really big part in your sets. You work with a video DJ, Leticia Belli.
Yeah, right.
Can you tell us about how you incorporate light, image and music?
Yeah, it's about how the music can be transcribed into visuals, and so I then the sound also to Laetitia, so his visuals react to the sound directly, and yeah, it's about how she can translate what she's hearing at the time. So yeah, it's really important for me to mix visuals and music together. I was in art school before, so I love to have this kind of interactions.
Staying with showmanship, you're also a sax player. You're classically trained.
I started music with that.
You pull out the sax as well during your shows.
Yeah, what I like with the saxophone is it's an instrument I love now, and I can do like what I want with that. And I love improvise with saxophone like for 10 minutes and just, you know, close your eyes and it's go. It's what I like the most with jazz music, you know, improvisation.
And it's incredible because I've watched you perform and the crowd goes wild when you bring out the sax amongst the electronic elements.
Every time, yeah.
Well, we're going to leave you with the ultimate showman, Prince. Thank you very much for joining us, Thylacine.
Thank you.
Catch Thylacine on the Trans-Siberian tour around the world. Everyone, connect with us online. Stay tuned. There's more news coming up on France 24. We're going to leave you with some Prince. This is When Doves Cry.
How can you just leave me standing alone in a world that's so cold? The world is so cold. Baby, I'm just too good, baby. Baby, I'm just like my little told. Baby, I'm just like my mother. She's never satisfied. Why do we dream each other? That's what it sounds like when doves cry.
The 51%, presented by Annette Young.
A programme about women who are reshaping our world. We meet those who seek equality, be it in the boardroom or at the village well. The 51% brings you stories from across the globe about the women who are challenging the way we think.
The 51% on France 24 and France24.com.